Hi there and welcome back to my gaming vault, and the game I'm going to be playing this time around is a PlayStation 2 game called Whiplash. So let's take a look at the fact file for this one. Whiplash was released in 2003 in Europe. It was published by Eidos Interactive and it was developed by Crystal Dynamics, so probably better known for the Legacy of Kain series and also the later Tomb Raider games on the PS2 and PS3. Price I paid for the game was £5 and the current going rate on eBay is about £5 to £10, so I'm not going to make much money on this one if I do decide to sell it. So let's take a look at Whiplash. Will it be a good game or will it be a pain in the neck? Okay, let's kick things off with a closer look at the packaging then, and it's typical PlayStation 2 packaging with the PlayStation 2 logo at the top and the usual spine, which is always quite boring, but as you can see it's got a very colourful and detailed cover here, the name of the game Whiplash, and the two characters that you play in the game, the weasel and the rabbit. The weasel kind of throwing the rabbit out towards the screen. They're chained together, as we'll get into in a second, because let's look at the back. And on the back it says, "Bust it up. Chained together and doomed for destruction, you must make your escape from the evil animal testing lab. As Spanx, the only weapon and tool you have is the indestructible Redmond. Make your getaway, free other animals, and sabotage the twisted corporation." It's got some things here saying, choose your weapon wisely. You can have a hair sickle, hair clog, helium bunny, and other things including flaming furball, radioactive rabbit, bunny grinder, electrostatic rabbit, and so on. There's a few screenshots there with some captions as well. Dip Redmond into toxic waste to poison enemies, electrocharging to zap attackers and more. Demolish everything from security cameras to test equipment. Knock out the evil lab staff with loads of attack combos and free other caged animals that have been subjected to evil tests. So it's just a hamster cannon. So lots of stuff going on there. Sounds like a very interesting game. Let's now take a look at the instructions. Before looking at the instructions, there's a quick look at the disc, which I shall pop into the very noisy PS2 next to me in a moment and load up the game. And here's the instruction manual, same image as on the front cover, but without the PlayStation logo at the top, so it's a little bit more expanded, I guess you could say. In terms of what's in there, well, as you can expect from the era of releases, oh, there's a nice picture there. Well, I say a nice picture, it's a very well drawn picture of Spanx shoving the rabbit Redmond down the toilet, which is not very nice. But yeah, as I was saying, as you'd expect from these manuals, there's lots of detail about how to start up, getting started, the controls, how to use the controller, things like that. So I'm not going to go through that in too much detail. Let's have a quick look. This is a very elaborate overview of the game. Gather round, my friends, for a fascinating tale about a pair of the most unlikely heroes. So yeah, basically it's going on about the Genron Corporation. Genron is a high-tech lab where animals are used to test products for the humans. Deep inside Genron is the dreaded genetic recombinator. This machine is the final stop for animal test subjects who have outlived their usefulness. Spanx is a weasel used for electroshock testing. Redmond is a know-it-all rabbit who failed his last mascara test in the makeup lab. On this fateful day, Spanx and Redmond are chained together and thrown into a locked cage. The next stop is the recombinator. They're going to be fused together into a new freaky half weasel, half rabbit creature, a Weezit, or perhaps a Reasel. As their lives begin to flash before their eyes, a miracle happens. Somehow they escape, and now their weasel rabbit duo is on the loose, and their hare or weasel brain plan is to escape from Genron. There's only one problem: they're chained together. And once again, this illustrates the fact that they are chained together. So as you play through the game, these two characters are going to be used in various ways, and I think the idea generally is that Redmond the rabbit is the weapon that you use to attack and interact with things. So let's move on, and again, lots of information about the controls and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to dwell on this too much. It tells you more about the heroes. What else have we got? The plot again, to escape from Genron. Details about all the different stuff on the heads-up display. The usual stuff. We've seen this loads of times before in these kind of manuals, so again, not going to focus on it for too long. It tells you about all the different departments you're going to go through, the different security hazards, sorry, facility hazards, that says, security cameras, laser arrays, pressure plates, things like that. So it's a very detailed manual with lots and lots of information, and some really nice, well drawn pictures of the two heroes in various predicaments as well. So it's got information about moving Spanx. There's a couple of pages for that, and then information about combat, which is obviously where you use the rabbit for the combat. Power-ups, more revenge, Team Whiplash. Are we onto the credits now, perhaps? I'm not sure. Is that the credits? Let's have a look a bit more closely. This manual's huge. Yeah, that's the credits. Okay, so I think we're done now. Another nice picture there, but again, it's a nicely drawn picture of Spanx shoving Redmond down the toilet. Seems to be a recurring theme there. Lots more of the credits and other information, including a page to write some notes. You get the idea. Very comprehensive and well detailed and well drawn manual for the game. But that's enough for looking at the instructions and the packaging. Let's load the game up and play it. Right, then the game's loading up and we get the typical publisher and developer logos. So there's the IDOS one, and coming up now is the Crystal Dynamics one, who were the developers, and we've got a car or truck crashing into the screen and it says Whiplash with a little rabbit for the eye. So options are, well, just to log in it seems, so press the start button and user login. Okay, so this is basically, what else have we got there? Credits, don't know what's credits, quick start. It's going to be, let's do the quick start, I guess. And same thing by the looks of it. Choose a user icon. Let's have the rabbit. Yep, I want to save data. Oh no, I think I pressed the wrong button then. Yeah, strangely X does some things and circle does other things, like OK. So I'm saving some data. I guess this is going to create a save file. Whiplash will auto save, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Oh, and we're loading. Okay, so we've got a cutscene to kick things off. Here's the, oh okay, there's a rabbit hopping down the road, and here's that truck again going up into some kind of laboratory, presumably in the snow-capped mountains. Slow. We're going to the top of a building. This is Gen Ron? Not sure what that was. Okay. Obviously not the best cutscene you're going to see, you know, going from modern times, but for the time it was probably alright. We've got some office drones walking around an office, and here's a guy giving you some information about Gen Ron or Gen Con, whatever it's called.
All about you. Look, just look. Isn't that fantastic? And what about this? Doesn't that make you smile a big one? But how in the name of science do we do it? Lean in close. The secret is animals. Yes, animals. You often see them wandering the streets, bored and penniless, crapping all over your station wagon. And though they seem hopelessly... So
yeah, lots of information being given about this company that does their research using animal testing, which we don't really approve of here at Witchfinder headquarters, but there you go. Can we skip this? Because I'm getting a bit bored now. No, it seems to be unskippable. I pressed all the buttons on the controller and we're still going.
Don't you love it? Say you love it. Gen Ron.
It's Gen Ron, by the way. Oh, okay, and here we go. Okay, I think this is the game starting now, because here are two characters who've escaped from a crate on the conveyor belt, and away they go. So we've got a weasel and a rabbit.
We're out. That guy.
And as you can see, Redmond is a California white rabbit, age 6. And we've also got Spanx, a long-tailed weasel, age 3. And they are chained together, and you've got to help them escape from the lab or this complex. And basically, well, we'll get going eventually, but here we go. Okay, so obviously very cartoony, kind of Looney Tunes-esque style to the game, it would appear. Perhaps Ren and Stimpy would be more accurate based on the violence that I think is about to ensue. Because Spanx does the running around, eventually there's some guy talking.
I am going to give you the most important piece of advice if you want to escape from this place.
Who's gonna get you? I'm gonna get you. Getcha.
This is going on a bit. Can we skip this? Oh god, no, we still can't skip it.
Hello.
There's some kind of evil genius overseeing things at this company, as you'd expect. He's got his cane with the skull on, and I don't know. I'm getting bored. We're 5 minutes in already. I haven't even played the game yet. Come on. Too much. By all means have a small cutscene, but what is going on here now? I could really use a deep tissue massage.
Your energy, while admirable, is misdirected.
Oh my god! It's the voice from all the movie trailers!
Do you know
We've got a
the
bit of humour in there as well.
the humans?
But I really would like to start the game at some point.
No, not really.
Cut loose.
In a world where a voice from the heavens tells you to cut loose. And evil looms around every corner.
Time to move. Follow my voice.
Yes, this is all very nice, but is there any chance of actually playing the game at some point?
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Finally, I've got some control. Okay, so human cruelty has backfired. Those wires in your skull, while unnatural, can pick up the stray signals of their security system. I've hacked into that system in order to send you this message. Cut loose. Okay. So basically, you control Spanx the weasel. He runs around. He's the one that jumps. But when you want to do attacks, then you use the square or circle buttons
I think we've all jumped over
to use Redmond. Oh, okay. Got to press triangle to activate the info box. Oh good, another cutscene. So there's some monkeys going into processing. Nice haircut. Okay, well that was some information. Yeah, so as I was saying, you use Redmond the rabbit. He's indestructible, so you can use him to do all the shooting attacks, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Just trying to spin the camera around and noticing it's the wrong way around, so I'm just quickly going to change the settings to make that better for me. Okay, back in action, and now I've got the camera working the way I would want it, so let's move on. So there's some bars to jump over there, some boxes. Yeah, we're going to be in tutorial land here, aren't we? So I'll just try and get through this as quickly as possible.
Well, a quick learner, I see. What might seem like an insurmountable jump is but child's play if you allow your arms to be like vines.
So basically what you're trying to say is just climb over it?
So there's a voice giving you the tutorial, a voiceover, and they're talking back to it. Okay, so you can break the med kit to collect health. Yeah, unsurprising. Jump and press jump again to double jump. Yeah, we've got double jumps. Yeah, nice. Can we get past this without getting... Okay, let's smash that up. There we go. I've gone crazy, so let's move on. Checkpoints in the game, which is nice, so if I die I'll get sent back to those, presumably. Pretty simple, I got hit by some gas. Pretty straightforward 3D platformer. Maybe if you were playing this at the time you might not have known some of these mechanics, but having played many games like this since that were released after this, this is pretty straightforward 3D platformer action so far. Graphics are pretty nice. Certainly your two characters are pretty nice. The backgrounds are pretty drab so far. Movement's pretty quick, and you know, nothing to complain about there. You can break some of the scenery, which is nice. I'm going to come up against some kind of adversary here, I think.
Here is where man tests the safety of his toys. This is the first of many atrocities you will witness humans commit on his animal friends.
So another unskippable cut. Oh, I can't. No, I can't. No, I thought I could skip that cutscene, but no, it's another unskippable cutscene. Free the monkeys from their unfunny gag. Okay. Let's beat this guy up.
I don't suppose you would stop if I told you how painful it's been
Well, you can actually press triangle to enter combat mode. Hyper snacks are the food of genre, and you can use them to power up your little friend or give yourself a higher health capacity. Almost all the employees carry some of them. Think of them as living pinatas. So yeah, you might string enough combos together, your little buddy geeked up, and once he's like this, he'll become a little tornado of destruction, smashing anything in his path. As long as you can keep his meter filled, he'll keep right on getting his berserk on, and that's a good thing. So that's when the words come up on the screen as hyper, chaos, berserk, madness, things like that, and you can just keep smashing things to keep that power level up. So let's move on anyway and try and get across some obstacles here. So we've got to jump. Oh no, don't fall in there. Okay, you've got to jump and get double jump and get through here. Now we've got jump and use square to grapple your way across the pool. No, I messed that up. Oh, get out. Yeah, that didn't go well. There we go, got it better the second time.
Slow down, you move too swift for my legs.
So yeah, more beating up it would appear. Nothing too challenging so far, apart from the usual 3D jumping, which is always a little bit difficult until you get used to it. You can keep beating the guy up after you've knocked him out. What have we got here? So Redmond does a bit of moaning when you're smashing him around, as you'd expect. Oh, I've set off some kind of danger warning here. You can break and smash up pretty much all the oh, I've activated a switch there. I think I'm blowing something up. Oh, freed the monkeys, which I think was one of the tasks you had to complete. You can enter combat mode. So entering combat mode, oh no, it's the I'm not hitting the monkeys, I'm hitting the humans, of course. The monkeys are on my side. So yeah, when you enter combat mode, it changes the perspective slightly, so you've got a wider view of the enemies that you're fighting, which wasn't really necessary at that point. Oh, there's a health power up, we'll have that while we're here. Wasn't really necessary at that point, but I'm imagining there's going to be more enemies. Scurry across the rail by pressing and holding L2. So we're still in tutorial mode here, and I'll probably stop the recording for a little bit in a minute. There's another thing you can do here, which is to press square to zip across. Camera's a little bit iffy at times, but it's not too bad for this point in time. No more fighting to do. So yeah, I think this is obviously early stages of the game, and I think what I'll do now is stop the recording and wait until there's something a little bit more interesting to show. At the moment it's basically just run around. Ooh, press triangle to activate fire. Okay, this is something new. Redmond's about to get set on fire, it would appear. So now he's a fire based
Here's another
rabbit.
fine example of human barbarism. The hamster cannon. That's just plain mean.
Another cutscene. Can I skip this? No. I do not like that you can't skip. Oh, maybe you can. I did just press the start button. I think I might have skipped that one. So you've got to destroy the hamster cannons to make progress. I don't think you need to see me do that. That doesn't seem like it's going to be too challenging. What did I just hit them? Nope, maybe not. Okay, yeah, you've got to destroy this thing, have you? Nope. I'll work out how to do that and move on to somewhere a bit further in the game, because I feel like we're still in the very early stages, and I'd like to see something a little. I'd like you to see something a little bit more interesting than what we've got so far. Okay, press triangle to use Redmond as a circuit breaker. Maybe we'll stick with this for just a moment. I'm assuming this is going to make the hamster cannons come to life. So Redmond is obviously indestructible, if I hadn't already mentioned that, and so you can use him to do all kinds of things which are not very nice for a rabbit to experience, but obviously in the cartoony style of this game, they're more than acceptable.
Quickly repaired unless you inflict more lasting.
So yeah, here come the hamster cannons. So now I think I've got to destroy them and then move on further through the game. So I'm going to do that off camera, off video. I'm not on the camera. you know what I mean, because I've already played for 15 minutes, which is kind of crazy because I've got nowhere in the game, and I'd like to see if there's something a little bit more interesting a bit further through than just smashing stuff up. So join me a little bit later in the game, and we'll see what goes on. So I'm a little bit further through the first stage now, and I've just beaten up a guy in a room. Where is he? There he is. Beating up this security guard guy who's also being beaten up by one of the monkeys, and I've got to make my way past this section here with the spotlights, or whatever you want to call them, the red spotlights. The idea being I've got to try and get through a door at the end here, I think, somewhere. Where is that door? I just opened a door somewhere, but I can't quite work out where it is. Maybe it's this way. Maybe I don't need to get through the red spotlights after all. Oh, there we go, there it is. So yeah, still making my way through. Use the grinder to open the gate. Move the left analog stick forward and backward to balance Spanks. Ignore the screaming. He's just being dramatic. Okay, so I've got to throw Redmond into this grinder to do something. Use Bunny. Yeah, so press triangle to use Bunny. You're going to throw him into the grinder, and then use the left analog stick to keep him balanced until the thing runs out, and I've opened the door. So that was gross, but again, what we've got here is some classic cartoon humour, Looney Tunes, Ren and Stimpy, that kind of thing. Cartoon violence, basically. So I've got another section to make my way through here now. It seems to be a bunch of what do we call them, like displays, I suppose. So some double jumping required to get over that, things to break up. There's lots of environmental stuff to smash up, that kind of thing, which gets you some points. I think I haven't really been paying too much attention. It's a pretty typical game for this era, I would say. Yeah, it reminds me of, as I said, sort of cartoon Ren and Stimpy, Looney Tunes, Roadrunner style humour, with all the violence and stuff, cartoon style. But also, ooh, something's shooting at me. Oh dear. And that's mixed with a game I would say most similar to that I can think of, probably Ratchet and Clank, where you've got two characters that do perform different actions that you work together to make your way through the stages. It seems pretty decent so far. Not a lot has really happened yet, and there's been a real overabundance of the cutscenes, which is a bit of a shame, especially as you don't seem to be able to skip most of them. But I guess they're just setting the scene for the bigger game, which I'm still probably yet to see. I'm going to carry on a little bit more. Let's see what happens, if there's anything. It's mostly just running along, smashing stuff at the moment. Destroy the alarm hub to disarm the floor. Have I done that? I don't know. Yeah, lots of just smashing stuff up and running around. Nothing too challenging as yet. So let's carry on and see what happens. There's another one of these doors that I've got to grind my way through by the looks at it. Yep, let's give it another go. Got to try and keep him upright to grind through the thing that opens the door, and away we go into something bigger, some kind of atrium. It looks like.
You can find a way to bring the world crashing down on the humans.
So the idea is food court below, 4 globe supports above. What can we do? Yeah, so obviously the idea is we've got to destroy those supports, I think, and that will bring the globe crashing down and cause lots of chaos. So yeah, it's mainly so far just try and escape this environment and smash a lot of stuff up, and it doesn't seem to be changing too much so far, as more of that needs to be done. Smash this stuff up here. No, that's unsmashable glass there. There's a map to look at here. It's map terminal. Maps display useful information. Downloading this information would be useful if you can find a way to do it, but in the meantime you can view the map, and as you can see there's a pretty detailed 3D map of all the environment I've been through so far. You can go all the way back to the beginning there, which is nice. There's probably some other stuff on this status thing, so let's have a look what else we've got. Okay, you've got a list of abilities and power-ups. You've got all kinds of different things you can pick up by the looks of it. Obviously power yourself up as you go through the game, I guess. Hyper snacks, which are on auto distribute, so I'll just let them do their own thing. and also the missions. So escape from the product testing to product showcase, break 4 supports on the globe to break through the food court. So that's what I'm about to do. So after having a little bit of a look around this area, I've spotted that these things, I don't know what you call them, like anchor points I suppose, that you can jump and latch onto that allow you to swing. Oh, this guy's going to cause me some havoc though, so let's just detach from that. How do I do that? How do I detach? There we go. Oh, there we go. I've avoided him for now. So yeah, oh no, and I'm on the floor again. Let's just beat this guy up. Another security guard. Let's try that again. So you need to jump on this thing here. No, yeah, there we go. Oh god. Yeah, sometimes the camera does zoom in a little bit too closely, but you know, we all PS2 era, let's not get too worked up about it. Now that guy's back. Oh no. He's not going exceptionally well at the moment, but there we go. Okay. Oh. So on there, latch onto that one, swing a bit, double jump, latch onto that one, there we go. And now we're up here, and hopefully from here we can make some progress. There we go, into a little ventilation tunnel. Oh no, where am I going? Camera zoomed in a little bit too close there. Okay, so a bit of platforming to do here. Hopefully this will allow me. You've got to judge when these swing, I guess. You gonna swing back? No, you're not. So obviously I'm trying to make my way around to do something. I'm not quite sure what yet, but oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm in a room, and in this room is a button. Okay, so that lever has now activated some steps which are going to allow me to make a bit more progress around this stage, I think. Nope, I'm stuck underneath them at the moment. Right, okay, so I'm going up the flight of stairs. This is going to allow me to get closer to the top to break those. What's going on here? Oh, there's one above me there. Okay, yeah. So the idea is I've got to break those 4 supports to drop this globe, and to do that I'm going to have to grab onto this thing, I guess. So we've got some more complex platforming action going on now. Again, I've seen this kind of thing before in games like Ratchet and Clank. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Ratchet and Clank, the developers of that, are not the same developers of this, but it does look very similar. So whether that means, oh there we go, that's what I'm trying to do. Whether that means that one was influenced by the other, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when the first Ratchet and Clank came out, but it was on the PS2. So now we're up on another set of platforms that I've got to jump up and latch onto one of these orbs that's moving backwards and forwards. Oh no, I missed it. Oh, I fell down. Oh, I didn't fall too far. Yeah, 3D platforming, always been a bit tricky. There we go, let's try again. Very easy to mistime the jumps. So let's try this again. I'm going to go over onto this one. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. I don't know why it always says change direction, because I don't want to change direction. Okay, so from there I'm now going to go on to a lift, and then from there onto this platform and out to the end, and here's the first of those things I've got to destroy. So destroy that, one down, several left to go. Can I jump across here? Ooh, oh no, almost. Oh no, down to the bottom again. Okay, so several of these to do. Carry on at it. Okay, nope, didn't get that one. There we go, I'm on. Some more of the same. Oh no, fell all the way down. Okay, well, I mean, you get the idea. I'm going to have to work my way through each of these things, being better at platforming than I currently am, and try and destroy all of these struts. So I'll carry on doing that. Again, I'm not sure how much that you need to see. Certainly don't need to see me making a total mess of various platforming elements. So Come on, where are you? I know there's one of these things coming eventually. Here we go. There we go, I'm latched on. So again, I think I'll stop the recording at this point, and you can join me when I've got rid of at least a few more of these and see the big effect of me dropping this globe on this whatever it was, shopping mall or something like that. I can't remember what it was now. So I'm now about to hit the third of these things to, okay, so it's getting closer. You can see danger, and yeah, okay, so we've got some bad guys coming out. Some kind of mechanism has been released as well, some kind of thing that I think I can probably interact with. Oh yeah, okay, so these guys are blasting up in some kind of jetpacks or something like that. How convenient. Helium might be useful. Okay, so okay, let's fight these guys first. But a helium dispenser has been dispatched or unleashed or revealed or something like that. Some word that means it's there. So just get rid of these guys, and then I guess the idea from this point is that I've got to go and get some helium. And oh, I fell down. Okay, so where are we? Let's go and find that helium dispenser. Where is it? It's actually fairly easy to just avoid the enemies at this point. Here we go, here it is. Maybe not for this guy though. I don't know if there's any strategy to the attacks. I'm literally just mashing the buttons. He's asleep now. Okay, so here we go, helium dispenser. So press the triangle, and what's going to happen? I think we can guess. Okay, Spanx is trying it out first. He doesn't like it. I think we know who's going in the helium dispenser. Yep, here we go. Poor old Redmond. He's in there. So what have we got to do? Okay, we're floating. Oh, okay, so there's a... Use the left analog stick to steer your way towards the bullseye. X for speed and L2 to slow down. Use the right analog stick to control the camera. Okay, so we're going to slow down and we've got to get up to something. Oh, okay, I can see a bullseye up there. Or a target. So I've got to try and get him up there and hit the target, I guess. Nearly there. We're going to make it. Oh, and oh dear, no. I didn't make it. It was close. You might have seen it popped up a message saying release Robo Mouse there. I did pick up some Robo Mice earlier on when I wasn't recording. I don't really know what you use those for at the moment, so I'll just keep them in reserve in case I ever need them. Let's try that again. So L1 to slow down, sorry, L2 to slow down, and try and maneuver my way to this target again. I was pretty close last time. I think the problem was I hit against this platform, so let's try and get over just at the right time. Here we go, this looks promising. Target hit. What does that mean? I don't know. I think all I've got to do now is hit this. This is the last of the 4 retaining things that are stopping the globe from falling. Here we go. And Spanx had an idea. Okay, they're running on top of it to make it move around, and destruction has occurred.
Excellent. You have left your calling card. Now make yourself scarce while I attend to other matters.
Voiceover is saying make yourself scarce, so again, I don't know, I guess on we go. And that's the end of the first level, I guess. Released animals 100%, total 12%, company worth 65%. I don't know, some stuff happened, and I guess I'm on to level 2 now. So oh yeah, and we've got another cutscene. CEO of this company is not happy, I'm guessing.
Come out into the open and admit it. Animals are stupid. They don't use money, they don't have thumbs, they have no people skills, they're lazy. I mean, we all have to work, nobody likes it. Life is hardship. I've never done a thing I wanted to do my entire life. Comeuppance for the animals, my
Okay,
friends. They've
on
got
board
the free
again.
ride
Can we
far
skip
too
this?
long.
No. Oh, yeah, we can skip. Okay. And away we go on to level 2. And, well, I think you get the idea. I mean, overall, I'd say it looks like it could be fun. It's not something I'm going to be playing on video for hours on end because I'd be bored with that, and so would you as a watcher, I'm sure. So I'll probably round things up at the moment, but at this point. But yeah, obviously I'm making my way up to the second stage. There's more things to jump over. It's a little bit annoying that you have to jump up every step when you're going upstairs. It would be more user friendly, shall we say, if you just ran up the stairs, I think. But yeah, so there's more things to destroy. There's a health power up there. It's going to be more of the same as you make your way through the stages. No doubt there'll be more complicated challenges to overcome, puzzles to solve, and enemies to kill. But I think we get the gist of what the game's about. It seems like it's fairly good fun. The graphics are nice. Sounds, I mean, there's some pretty good fighting sounds, what have you. Not if there's music, then I'm not really hearing much of it. It's very subtle in the background. It's probably more just sound effects for the most part. But yeah, overall I think it's a pretty nice game. One I might come back to and play. I'm certainly not going to sell it at the moment. I don't think it's worth a great deal more than I paid for it in the first place anyway, so I may as well keep hold of it for the time being. But yeah, it seems to be reasonably well made. The camera can be a little bit iffy at times, but overall I don't think it's too bad. And I've enjoyed playing it. I might not have sounded like I've enjoyed playing it. I do think the unskippable cutscenes are a little bit tedious. Here we go, I'm into another area where I've got to do stuff, no doubt. Freedom is here. Hurry, find the exit elevator, which I will do at some point in the future if I ever play this game again, because it has been saving my progress. There are others within these walls that share our distaste for humans. Keep an eye out, or at least an ear or maybe a nail. Cut loose. Again, more guidelines of how to play the game. So I'm in another area which I could destroy at will, no doubt, but I think that's a good enough point at which to leave the game. Seems to be a pretty fun platformer, certainly well made, well programmed, and there's plenty of quite violent humour in there if you're a fan of that kind of thing. So at that point I think I'm going to leave it, and if you've got any thoughts about the game, if you've played it before and you've got any hints for me for future progress in the game, or if you want to play it having seen what I've done with it so far, then let me know in the comments, and that will do for this one. Thanks for watching, and let's just round things off for now.
That's all for that review then, and that was actually the final of the bunch of games that I picked out many months ago to play through in Witchfinder's Gaming Vault. So I'm going to be taking a break from this series. I will come up with another batch of games and play through them in the new year, but I'm going to be taking a break until then. Obviously I'll have plenty of other videos coming along on the channel in the meantime, so stay tuned for all of those, and I'll be back, as I say, with Witchfinder's Gaming Vault videos in the new year. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one, whatever it may be. Bye for now.